Welcome back to May Contain Chaos, the podcast where we discuss a little bit of everything.
I am Shelley. Hello.
I'm Olivia.
Welcome. Join us. One of us.
We are recording 2 in one day. I don't wear the same clothes in case you see me. You catch me slipping.
I do wear the same clothes and I make a conscious effort to not when we're recording.
And my jeans are still 4 years old.
Yeah.
We're moving on.
Moving on. How have you been? How have you been, beach?
I've been okay.
It's lovely and sunny.
It's lovely and sunny. I like the sun. Makes me want to sip a cold cider in a pub garden, but it never really hits different. It's always the thought of it that's better than the actual cold.
Do you know what
cider.
always satisfies me? Barbecue cider vibes, back garden.
I think there's something about drinking in a park that takes me right back to when I was 14. Like, if you get a barbecue or a picnic, barbecues are a vibe. From now onwards, if I'm not invited to a barbecue every weekend...
Well, I invite you to a barbecue at mine, but you're always busy because it's always the same weekend in the end. Maybe we'll have another one. No, because we want to do one in July, don't we?
Yes.
So hopefully we can.
Yeah, well, you let me know because, I have to go... I have to go to a festival.
Yeah, that's fine. Because it's a yearly commitment. We get it.
Every
so
year.
You miss it at ours, and ours is good. I mean, it's mainly meat. I'm not going to lie, now you're veggie. You would have loved it in your meat eating days.
Yeah, a long time ago. Now.
But we do halloumi, and we do like peppers and skewers and stuff as well. So there is veg there. The halloumi always goes well.
Yeah, I love halloumi. I had a halloumi burger last night from Wetherspoons. Wow. Let me tell you about this burger. Soft brioche bun. Halloumi fried. Not halloumi. Fried halloumi. Like 2 slabs of it on top of each other. Lettuce. Salad. Sweet chilli sauce.
I was going to say that sweet chilli. Yep.
And there's so many fucking calories in the Wetherspoons chips. I don't know what the fuck they're putting in there.
Because they're just like McCain chips.
There's like 5 chips on a plate and it's like 700 calories. I'm like, how?
Yeah, do you know what? I do have a problem with this because I know they have to have portion sizes, that's fine. I'm not good at maths, so if I can count how many chips there are at a glance, that's not enough. If I can look at it and go, there's 11 there, that's not enough chips.
Are you skinny fry, medium-sized chip, or a thick boy?
Yes.
Wait, to all 3?
Anything. I like a lattice fry. I like a curly fry.
There's a place
As
in
I like
London.
Calvin Harris. I like them lattice fries. I like them curly fries. I like them skinny fries. I like them French fries. I like all the fries. I like all of it.
I love anything with potato. But did you know there is a place in London that serves different kind of potatoes? I'm pretty sure.
So good.
This is the problem. I forgot what it's bloody called. I'm in such a potato place in London.
Yeah.
And I can't find it. But I saw it once on an obscure video.
Like on TikTok.
Yeah, on TikTok. The state of it. Yeah, like, you look and it just says like Mr. Potatoes or Mother Mash. Maybe it is Mr. Potatoes. Nah.
Have you been there?
I've never been. I've wanted to go very badly. I can't find what the hell it is. But they're hitting you up with jacket potato, they're hitting you up with chips, they're hitting you with fries, crisps, any form of potato resides in this potato. I mean, that's genius.
I love it. Do you know what I really want to do? And do you know what I'm not actually going to say? Because I feel like everyone else is going to make it sell out. So I'm not going to tell them. I'll tell you later. You know there's certain food places and then they go trending and then it's like you can't get in because they're so busy. So I'm going to gatekeep this one, sorry, and I'll show you guys once I've gone. I'll tell you though, we can go.
I like the sound of that Mildred's place.
Okay, yeah, that looks good.
I would like to go there.
That looks good.
I'm not a gatekeeper.
That's fine. The fact that this one's still new, this is still on the DL. Not many people know about this. I'll tell you about it afterwards.
Okay, so what are we discussing today?
We are discussing petty revenge. Because you know when someone really pisses you off and you just wanna get back at them. Not violent. Not like proper mean. But you know, just like a little bit of like,
I'm gonna put a blueberry in her cereal.
I don't put blueberry in my cereal.
I'm gonna put orange juice next to her shoes. I'm gonna hit her with a ski. I'm gonna push her down a large flight of stairs.
Big Winston. No, but you know when someone like, you know, I think I said in the last podcast at school where the girl has a ruler and you go, can I borrow your ruler? And she turns around and goes, I don't have a ruler. And it's got her name fucking emblazed onto it, her full government name. But you want to get back at them. So you wait till one day where they don't have, you know, They don't have a pen. And they go, can I borrow a pen? You go, I ain't got a pen. And you've got your full suite, fresh set of pens there.
I don't have
Petty
a pen,
revenge.
Christina.
Do you know what I mean? There's no spare pens here. I'm too kind, but you know what I mean. You know, like when you go to a shop and it might be slightly fancy and they treat you like you can't afford anything in there.
Oh, one of my
Like Pretty
biggest
Woman
flexes,
kind
I
of
would
vibes.
love that. I would like to go and like some jeans, some like plain t-shirt, and everyone's like, and then I buy the biggest damn thing in Harrods. That's how rich I would like to be one day, and that's it. I'm not asking for a lot.
Because I feel like if you're really, really rich, you don't often look rich, especially if you're not a celebrity. You just look like a regular person, you just have a lot of money.
Yeah.
It's very like not, I don't know, people who pretend they're rich, but they're not rich. Why do you need to prove that into anyone? Like, I'm quite good at saving, so sometimes I'm like, I mean, I could afford to buy that, but I can't justify spending. We were in John Lewis of Day and they had really nice Coach handbags. And I was like, oh my God. And the small one was like £300. And the big one was like £400. And I was like, I have £400, but I cannot spend £400 on a handbag that's this big.
No, I'm not.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nor am I.
Yeah.
But it was so pretty.
A big.
I didn't buy it. I am handbagless.
Although think how much joy that would have brought you. Every time you look at it, you'd be like, you're really pretty. I can see why. I mean, if I had the money, I would straight up buy a pair of Gucci tights.
You want that Gucci belt, you want that Gucci belt
And a
for
Gucci
bare
belt.
time.
Yeah, and I would buy the Gucci belt. But we're not there yet. We'll get there. We're getting there, but I'm not a Gucci
What's your
belt.
like one item that you're like, this is ridiculous, but I've always wanted it and I'm gonna get it if I for some reason have that much money?
It's got to be the Gucci belt. I think it's not ridiculous. Either a Gucci belt or like a hot tub.
Oh yeah, to be fair, the hot tub.
Or a hot tub. But that is a ridiculous purchase. Unnecessary.
Yeah.
Used,
But it's like I'm spoiling myself, but
Or-
like, cause
or
she's
like
worth it.
yeah, a place in Spain. That's a bit more.
No, but I mean like materialistic items.
Oh,
like,
it'd
yeah.
be the Gucci belt or a hot tub.
Yeah.
Or one of those cool little ice baths I keep seeing. And there's just like a tub and it's just filled with ice.
Do you know what? I don't know. For me, it might be like a Tango ice blast machine.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Very
it's
richy
absolutely
rich.
ridiculous.
Like you buy out a McDonald's air fryer.
Not even that, but like it's just so ridiculous. But it's like, now I can have a Tango ice blast whenever I want.
That's really, I'm not a big fan of Tango ice.
They're not so good now that you've got the paper straws.
Yeah, it melts. But you go to the cinema, you're spending £5 on the ticket, but then you're spending £50 on the good.
Where the hell are you going? That's £5 a ticket, girl.
View.
Oh yeah, View's always £5 a ticket. Yeah, that's true. No, to be fair, in the showcase one that I used to go to, you get an icy, and it's like the biggest icy ever. I'm gonna show you a picture because it's actually a joke. Next to Frank's head, we shared it. I think it was about £6. But it's basically like, you know, like Tango Ice Blast, Fanta Frozen, Slush Puppy, Icy. They're all they're not all made equally, but they're all variously similar versions of the same thing. So I need to show you this behemoth of a slushy thing. But we're going to America, so we're going to go to 7-Eleven and try those.
Oh,
those
yeah.
things as well. So we went to 7-Eleven in Japan. That was good. Good vibes
Yeah,
there.
I like the vibes of 7-Eleven.
But yeah, I think I'd get something ridiculous like a Tango Ice Blast machine or like the silly 300 Coach handbag or something. But I don't know. I'm not that materialistic.
I am. I can pretend not to be, but goddamn, if I was walking around a Gucci handbag, I'd be like, I can pretend.
Or I might get like a nice car, but like not like a fancy crazy car.
Yeah, the first thing I do is get like a Mini that was made in this century.
Right. Oh my god, yeah. When I had my cars at MOT, it was the only one that was like before 2013. It was really funny. All the other ones are like new, and there's a like little screen being like, your car is getting its wash, it's getting its this, it's getting its that, and mine's like literally so. Mine's
It's so gentle
2007.
with it.
I know, literally like it's a baby. It's a baby.
Mine's 2010. Still, it's beautiful. I love a Mini.
Oh, they're so
Um,
pretty though.
Would you like to hear my revenge story while you look for your big slush?
I'm going to say yeah, but I don't want to not give you my undivided attention. We're nearly there. We are nearly there. I typed in drink. Here it is.
Wow,
That's big, isn't it?
that is real big. It's almost, it could be too big.
No, but we shared it. Which is good because Frank normally doesn't like to share. No, he likes to share. He's not that bad, but he's like, oh, at least I don't have to worry about how much I'm drinking if it's just mine.
In a shared situation.
So he's like, I actually don't mind sharing. Oh,
You've got
I've got just so much food on here. It just makes me so hungry.
I'm hungry again now.
Everything on my phone is just food.
I'm gonna have to get food on the way home. I'm not happy about it.
Yeah. Right, revenge stories. Let's get to it. So, yeah, we want to know your revenge stories as well. So send us an email, maycontainchaos@gmail.com. For legal reasons, don't do anything where you break the law. We don't want to be an accomplice.
I mean,
We
you
will
do what
report
you
you.
gotta do. I
Or
have.
will we?
Have I ever taken revenge on anyone?
I've played like the long game. You know when someone's like, I'm not, obviously people don't find everyone great and people find you annoying, but you know when someone's just on you for like unnecessarily reason, they just hate you, and then they're kind of trying to get everyone against you, like, you know, school vibes. And you just chill and you play the long game and you don't even do anything, and then they get their comeuppance because you've just been neutral. You've not been telling everyone, I'm actually quite nice, they're horrible. You've just chilled because people who get you, and then they just get their comeuppance. Everyone goes, wait, you're a massive bitch. What the hell were you doing that for? Do you know what I mean? I've played the long game. But I went to all-girls school.
Yeah, see, I went to a mixed school. Boys, girls, tensions, very chilled. My group of friends.
It was chill for the most part. It's
chill.
only when you get to year 10, everyone's... year 9, everyone changes. Year 9 is like trauma.
Yeah, it's because you're hitting big years.
Yeah, it's mad. But year 10 and year 11 is quite chill at secondary school, to be fair. For all-girls school.
Definitely have pulled some stupid shit. I don't know if I called it revenge, but I've definitely done some stupid things in the honour of feeling better.
Okay. Pray tell.
I'm trying to think. I can think some things I'm not going to say.
For legal reasons.
Not even legal,
She will be in violation of her parole. No, I'm joking.
I probably shouldn't do it. No, you have to come back to me. I have to think.
Should we go to the internet?
Yes.
Let's go to the internet. Do you want to go first or should I go
I'll
first?
go first because you have more than me.
That's fine.
So, someone, it's labelled #33, Jason is a madman. When I was in 8th grade, this kid used to ask to use the bathroom all the time just to leave class. He didn't really have to go. One day,
it's just chilling in there, which is probably the most vile place. A boys' toilet is probably the most, in a secondary school, it's probably like the most disgusting place ever.
It just said, one day the teacher said, just pee in your pants. And he said, okay, and fucking did it. Right there at his desk. I'll never forget you, Jason. That
Kind
was
of impressed.
badass.
That's a power move.
I enjoyed that. That's my only revenge story. That's the only revenge story that matters. I'm out.
That is a power move. Because you can't prove that he doesn't need the toilet. But there I am.
Did you ever pee yourself?
No, I didn't. But because we had to ask, it was Catholic schools, you had to ask to take your jumper off, ask to have a drink, ask to go to the toilet. And you know, they're really funny about you going to the toilet in lessons, which I get. But like sometimes they would get a teacher to stand outside the toilets because we only had one set of loos because it was girls' school. So there's only one loos. They're by reception. So they would get a male teacher often to stand outside it like in the last couple of minutes of break to stop people going in so they get to their classes on time. Would you rather me be 30 seconds late to class or interrupt the class because I need to go to the toilet?
I just remember holding in a lot of coughs.
Pardon me, my throat made like a weird growling noise.
I used to always be like not cough to draw
Coughing is the
attention
most
to myself.
embarrassing thing
Why
ever.
is coughing embarrassing at school? I was like, can't cough.
And your like eyes
I was
streaming
like,
and you're red and you're like, and then when you do cough, it's like, it's the worst.
It comes out like I'm.
And it's like,
It's cough, bro.
No, but once at school, I said, can I go to the toilet? And the teacher was like, no, you should have gone at break time. And I said, at this point, I was like, I didn't need to go at break time. I need to go now. And it was like summer. So like, you know, you're pounding the waters because and I was in year, 9? So like, I've got good control of my bladder. It was a random supply teacher as well. And my mum always said to me, my mum's not a great person, but she was like, if you ever need the toilet and they're not letting you, just go. They get angry at it, they can talk to me. And I thought, that's fair. Because I don't fuck around. I'm quite a good kid. I did my lessons, I did my work. I'll get it done, you know? And I was like, okay, I'm just going to go. And she was like, no. And I said, I'm just going to go to the toilet. She said, but I said you couldn't go. I was like, yes, I'm just going to go. I'm just going to go to the toilet. I'm just going to walk. What are they going to do? You shoot me? Do you know what I mean?
I'm like a whippet.
Yeah, literally, well, I'm quite slow, but I just went and she went, oh no, you can go, you can go. I was like, I'm already going. I was already gone.
Oh, thank you.
They think she realised she had 0 power at that moment. I thought, fuck, no one's ever challenged this before.
Let me tell you, I would have held it in. I'm holding in coughs, I'm holding in peas.
Right, so, oh, I've got you on, hang on. Oh my god, that was the biggest yawn. I felt like my jaw like dislocated, like I swallowed a cow, like a snake. It was full of anyway. So this is some examples I've got here from the world of Reddit's finest. Apparently, booking a seat on a train is not a real booking if someone else decides to sit there. Right, have you ever booked a seat in a train? Have you done the thing where someone's in your seat and you go, "Can I book this seat?"
If the train is empty, don't be that guy. Just go sit somewhere else. Like in the cinema. Someone's sitting in my seat, but the rest of it's...
Unless I've got the perfect seats in the middle.
Yeah.
If it's just general seats and I could sit somewhere else, that's fine. And sometimes, you know, because sometimes I book the seats like a couple of hours beforehand and I can see it's not really that booked out. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, whatever. If it's a Marvel film, though, it's going to be packed. Get my fucking seat, mate. If you want the middle seat, you should have put the middle too.
I get it in part. But also I'm like, if there's 2 seats next to where you want to sit,
just sit there instead, yeah.
Like, the world has got...
But then they're going to be like, why are they sat next to me when the whole cinema's empty?
Like,
because you're in my seat.
If it's already quite packed.
Yeah.
But if not, go sit somewhere in the seat, chill. A lot more will.
Yeah. We used to sometimes sit in like the premiere seats if they were empty.
Yeah. Fuck it.
So the train thing, have you ever booted someone off?
No, in a plane I've said...
Yeah, but plane is very much assigned seating.
But it's only because... I don't know why, I just said you're in my seat, but there were no other seats. So I was like, that was the last on the plane, so I was like, you're in my seat. So it's a fight to the death, my friend.
Where did they go?
No, they were just further down, like way further down.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, no.
Fair. So I have before, but the train was packed, and I thought I'll reserve this seat, and I ain't fucking say it was a train from Southampton to Brighton, and it was hot, and it was like an hour and a half fully packed. People were standing on that train, and I booked the seat, so I was like, get off.
Yeah.
No, I was nice. I was like, you're in my seat, and they were like, oh, sorry. And I was like, thank you, and I sat down. I was like,
I was on a train recently, and everyone bizarrely had the same seat. Like, it happened like 4 or 5 times. I didn't reserve a seat. I sat in just a chair, and somehow I magically, like, it was packed. And
look at the draw.
And for some strange reason, I overheard like 4 or 5 conversations of being like, oh, you're in my seat. And they're like, what's your seat number? It'd be like 32B. And they're like, I'm 32B. So, and then it happened like 4 or 5 times where I was like, what the fuck is going on here? And people were just sitting next to them, but bizarre. Anyway.
That's mad. That's mad. That'd be like, we're going to yawn.
And you're going to make me go.
I'm so sorry. I'm all eyes watering as well. That'd be my worst nightmare. I'd be so annoyed. I'd be like, I need to sit down, especially if it's a long journey. Yeah. So I was travelling from Edinburgh to London by train and had booked a window seat with a table. Love it. Get a little plug. Get a little table action. Don't do any work. I don't do work on trains because the Wi-Fi is so bad. I get so irrationally infuriated.
There's absolutely no point.
That I'm like, there's just no point me doing this. So
yeah.
I just listen to podcasts and sleep instead. Because I'm like, my blood pressure's raising by me trying to like open an email. There's just no point.
You ever try to speak to someone while you're on the train?
What, like
and
on the
you go
phone?
in the tunnel and it's like, I'm going out!
Yeah, yes. I was speaking to my sister and I was like, I'm going to be on the tunnel in a second, so like, just get what we need to say out now, quickly.
Yeah,
I went to an event the other day at work and I was getting the train back and one of my managers was like, oh, can we just talk on the phone quickly? Because I was going on a call with someone else, and he just wanted to prep me for the call later on because the call was happening like as soon as I got home.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm at the post office, can I call you quick? I went, yes, I'm on the train though, so we could get under a tunnel. But short and sweet, we were on the phone for 30 seconds, loved it, great. But you know, it's easier than typing, like, because he was out and I was out, do you know what I mean? But I was like, I might be under a tunnel, it's so stressful. So it's like, remember, Olivia, if anything, you must... And you're like, no! And then it's
the key to all your happiness is...
Literally, it's like, call failed. And you're like, no!
I just got to quickly check.
It's still recording. So, I was travelling back from Edinburgh to London by train and booked a window seat with a table. We love that. I got on the train to find 4 guys sitting at the table. The one in my seat was clearly marked as booked. The one in my seat that was clearly marked as booked refused to move as he was with his friends and the train was packed. The ticket collector passed and I asked him to help. He asked the guy to move, but the guy refused. And somehow that was that. So what now, I asked? You can find another seat, but I have no power to move him. Only the police can move him, and they will not turn up just to move someone out of a seat. There were no seats free in the carriage, and probably not many free on the train. Standing to London was a possibility from Edinburgh to London.
I would have sat on the floor next to him, on the table.
I'm going to take a seat in first class. Better surroundings, power sockets, free tea and coffee. You can't sit there. You don't have a booking. Well, you could call the police to move me, but apparently they won't turn up to move someone up their seat. I had a lovely trip with power from my laptop on a wide, comfy seat. I don't know if this works in all trains, but it's a power move, isn't it?
That's a life hack.
Yeah, because I said it in another podcast I went on. I was on a first class or upper class premium seating. When I went to the Lake District from London, it was like a 4-hour train. Yeah. But they were coming through and charging people, because you can pay to upgrade for like 30 quid. So people were paying to upgrade their seats. It was way more comfy, I would say. Cool. Do you want to go next or shall I do another one?
Yeah, I do another one.
Cool. Entitled Parker parked in my driveway. In my driveway. So I blocked them in and got drunk all weekend. That is a move. Friday night, I come home from work to find someone on our block was having a large party, and someone decided they were entitled to park in my driveway. Keep in mind, my driveway is a single car lined with a retaining wall on both sides of the garage at the end. Essentially impossible for a tow truck to come and pull them out without property damage. So it's like in between two walls.
Oh.
Seeing this and the lack of street parking, I took this as a cue to park right behind them in my driveway. Now a few hours go by and their entitled parker is now knocking at my door demanding I move my car so she can leave. Seeing as they were demanding, I informed her that I'd been drinking and would not move my car. The entitled parker then decided to call the police to get them to force me to move. When the police knocked on my door, I was sure to grab the beer from the fridge right before I answered to talk to the officer. I'd informed him that after I got home I was unwinding and had been drinking and was in no shape to drive. At this point, their hands were tied because they couldn't tow the car out, and I'm in no shape to drive, and I'm legally parked in my driveway, well, at the end of the driveway. I ended up telling the entitled parker that since it's a long weekend, I would be on a weekend-long bender, and they can come move the car after I go to work on Tuesday.
The parker's on the driveway.
On the drive?
I feel a bit guilty if I'm like, when I park my car, if I'm too like this much, almost close, I have to move back.
Or even when someone says, oh no, you can park on my drive. I'm like, oh, can I? Like when they say it, do you know what I mean? Let alone, I would never park on a stranger's drive.
Wild. I feel bad parking out there.
That's mad, isn't it?
And it's a free for all out there.
It is a free for all out there.
So I found one, and I enjoy it. Apparently, the dude who started Netflix did so because he got a $40 late fee from Blockbuster and was pissed.
Fair play.
And pettiness is the greatest motivation in the world. In 1888, Almond Brown Stronger, an undertaker, noticed he was losing a lot of business to the other undertaker in his town. He found that out the other undertaker's wife was a telephone operator. When she intercepted people asking to be connected to Stronger's funeral home, the operator would route the call to her husband's funeral home instead. 3 years later, Stronger patented the automatic telephone exchange, a system which allowed telephone users to make calls without the need for human operators. He took out a whole workforce. I thought that was going to be better than it was. Sorry, guys. I thought I was really...
That reminded me of one. Have you know graham crackers? They have them in America.
Yeah.
They're basically like, not Maltesers. They're like digestives, kind of. Yeah. So I just remembered someone ages ago told me the story of why graham crackers were invented. And it's amazing. So the idea behind the now popular snack, graham cracker, was started by Reverend Sylvester Graham, a Presbyterian minister from Connecticut who was convinced that sexual urges, including masturbation, were making people physically ill and leading to depravity. Right? In Graham's view, the correlation between sex and health was simple. The more immoral an activity, the more bodily harm was done. And according to Graham, diet played a large part in inflaming these urges, with the minister believing that eating meat and fat led to sexual excess. So to reduce rampant sexuality, Graham suggested that Americans follow a strict high-fibre vegetarian diet, which included his homemade unsifted wheat flour and refined white instead of refined white flour.
Yeah, I agree. This is why I don't eat meat.
Graham's own version of bread, a bland cracker, which he believed to answer to processed white bread, eventually became known by his name, the Graham cracker. While it was debated whether Graham actually created the first graham cracker, report states that the recipe for the snack didn't come until 30 years later. The cracker still bears its name. So basically, he invented them, And someone else was like, nah, this isn't it. So he made another version of the cracker, called it Graham Cracker, and now it's kind of named after him. It's like petty
the
move.
guy trying to stop.
Yeah. Trying to stop rapid
Fashion
sexuality. Yeah.
Good luck.
Didn't tell that very well, but you know, you get the gist. Right, do you want to go again or should I do a different one?
No, go on, do another one.
A stranger tells me, smile, it could be worse, and instantly regrets it. Don't you hate it when people tell you to smile?
To be fair, I always actually smile.
I'm quite a smiley gal as well.
Someone goes smile, I go, it depends. If you're having a bad day.
I mean, like a stranger on the street, like a man's like, what, smile, girl, could be worse. I'm like, fuck off, man.
Yeah, I used to get it all the time in the pub. I have quite a rested, miserable face.
Yeah.
People think I'm miserable.
It's like when people ask people, like, oh, when are you having kids? And you're basically asking them when you're going to raw dog each other in the hopes of... Do you know what I mean? It's like, mind your own business.
Fuck.
What if we can't have kids? Like, mind your own business. I mean, I've not been asked that yet, so it's all good.
Yeah,
it's all good. Although the doctor once was like, oh, so you're going to have children now? I was like, nope, not yet. I'm going to let this fit again. Like my boobs where they are. Let's keep them there a little longer, you know? So, last week I was out and about making a start on some errands. As I was walking, I was going through my long to-do list in my head, so I wasn't frowning and I wasn't smiling. You know, you're just chilling. Your face is just neutral. Yeah. A man starts heading towards me. As we pass, he tells me, smile, it could be worse. I stop, stare at him for a moment, and then I say, my parents were in an accident. My mum died on impact. We're turning off my dad's life support tomorrow. The guy looked like a robot being suddenly shut down. His face fell. He looked like a deer in the headlights. He stuttered and stammered. He was obviously trying to think of something to say. When he couldn't, he turned around and sped walked away.
I would have just ran.
My parents are both fine. There is no accident. I'm not sure about saying that. But it annoys me when people think they have the right to dictate how people are feeling, what expressions they should make, especially when they don't know what's going on in their lives. That is true. It's unhelpful and patronising. Imagine telling someone who's just been given a terminal diagnosis, smile, it could be worse. Or someone who's just lost a child, been laid off, or is otherwise struggling in a terrible situation. I do agree with that, but just maybe don't lie about something that's not true. Like, don't say your parents are ill. When your parents are fine, you can say it when they're already dead. Do you know what I mean? Dead pass. But yeah, because they don't know what's going on. You can say smile, so it could be like, I literally just been told I'm gonna, like, I've got terminal cancer or something. Do you know what I mean?
I do think if someone tells me to smile, I do smile. Like, I'm a people pleaser. What do you want from me? I do. I can't do it. And it does make me feel better for us, because I'm like, at least this person, I don't know, cares about my well-being.
They don't though. They don't. They don't.
Hit me with another one.
Let me go again.
Yeah.
I dyed my hair blue so my boss would stop blaming me for all the hair in customers' food. I used to work for a sandwich shop. Doesn't say which one, but I'm guessing it rhymes with Clubway.
Oh, that famous one.
A famous one. All other employees were Indian women with very long black hair. Mine was sort of similar, I suppose. Medium length and brown. Most people's hair is about medium length and brown. That checks out. Every time a customer would complain about long black hair in the food, my boss would immediately blame me without hesitation or investigation, despite the fact that I was the only person who wore my hair up and netted. They all have pretty much a similar hair. You can't just go say, I mean, with you, it's a bit more obvious.
Yeah, mine's different.
So one day I dyed my hair blue with the sole purpose of not being blamed for black hair being in the food. You guessed it, it happened, and how huffy and annoying my boss got when I said it couldn't be my hair because mine is blue.
Oh, that's so petty, and I love it. I would do something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Why? Why are people like this?
Exactly.
So I don't...
Some people just have it out for people regardless, so you just got to show them a little bit of a, I'm not taking that. Not taking it.
So, I have one.
I'm ready.
I had a friend that caught her husband using her bank details to take other girls on dates. She broke up with him but let him stay in her house.
Wait, he was using her money to take other girls on dates? Not even his own money, her money? Straight in the bin.
But let him stay in her house. She owned it by herself when they got married until he could figure out alternate living arrangements. That woman's an angel.
Yeah, she is.
Despite being broken up and him living in the basement, he was still going to her room to use all her expensive serums. She obviously told him multiple times to stop using them, but he didn't listen.
He wanted that glowy skin.
She was so mad that she literally mixed a small bit of her dog's poop into the serum he constantly used and laughed every night afterwards when he came in to do his nighttime skin routine with her now poopified serum.
That's horrific. I think that might be a bit too far.
I don't know. Where's far? Where's the line?
Is that too far? Have you ever put poo in serum to get back at an ex? Send us an email, maker take care of gmail.com.
So specific.
It's so specific. I love it. No, I won't vacate my seat halfway through my meal when I was here first. petty revenge in progress. I've come to a cafe near my office for lunch, and the only space they had to sit was at the end of a communal table. No problem. I sat at the end of this table, leaving 3 other spaces. I ordered my lunch, sat there, minding my own business. Fair play. A couple of women arrived soon after and politely asked if they could all sit at 2 of the 3 spaces next to me. No problem, so there's still 1 space free. Then, when I was starting to eat my lunch, 2 other people arrived to join them. There was only 1 free seat left. So, what did they do? Yep, asked me to move somewhere else. The cafe is full, I'm in the middle of my meal, and I was here before any of them. I politely refused. I think that's fair.
I think that's fair.
Now they're carrying on about how selfish I'm being, taking up the entire communal table when I'm only 1 person. They're watching me eat, willing me to finish and leave. Fuck them. Once I've finished eating, I'm going to order a coffee and linger over it. Then I'll order a slice of cake.
Honey, get dessert.
Exactly.
Get dessert.
I
have no comments on that.
People are just too entitled, aren't they?
People, luckily never really had any situations like that. I'm trying to think. My most often petty revenge is someone's like really, really up your ass on the motorway or...
Oh my god, I tap my brakes. All the time.
I really slow down.
Because my car is so old. Well, it's not like crazy. It's not like a classic car, but like my car's not worth anything. So like if you rear end me, that's on you. That's not on me. It's going to cost a lot to fix your car, and I can buy a new car with that money. So go ahead. Because I'm never slow. I'm never in the wrong lane. I'm overtaking. I can't go over to the middle lane if they're still next to me. I have to keep going. I'm not going to go 90 miles an hour just to get in front of them. Just wait 30 more seconds and I will be in front of them. But now that you've annoyed me, it's going to be 45 because I've just slowed down from 73 to 68 miles an hour now. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
The only other revenge thing I've done at work when I used to work at Costa is... So I used to work at Motorway Services, and during like the summer holidays, it'd be rammed, all the tables would be full, and sometimes like we go around, we're always clearing tables because we have to clear them within a certain amount of time, people going anyway. But we're going around clearing tables, and there'll be like 5 clear tables, a lot of tables that are full, and maybe like 1 or 2 dirty ones because we've not got around to clearing those ones yet. And someone will come up being like, "Oh, excuse me, can you clear that table?" Because they want to sit in that one specific table, and most tables seat 4 people anyway. And there's literally 10 other tables they could sit at. I'm really busy. I'm serving a queue of about 50 people. Next time I come and give someone a panini, I will then go and clear the tables. But I'm not going to clear this one specific table just for you when there are other seats available for you to sit in when I'm literally so busy. Like, no. And when they really like, when you come out, they're like, "Oh yeah, hurry up, she's taking the time, there she is, hurrying up." And like, I'll just clear all the other tables and then I'll clear that one that they wanted last.
Yeah,
there's 10 other options for you to sit down in the same space.
There must have been things I've done.
They just want that comfy armchair in the corner that everyone's been fighting on all day anyway.
Well, I really hate public sofas, public armchairs, like, yikes.
Give me the normal wooden chair with a bit of a cushion. That's fine. All the armchairs with all the crooks and the crevices.
Yeah, and
No.
Oh, it made me feel worse.
Honestly, awful. That's my pettiness. Shall I go again?
Yeah, go.
So that was a personal story for me that time.
That was a personal.
I took away all the towel seat reservations at the resort. So you know when you go like on holiday and people get up early to put their towel on the sun lounger and then they come out like 6 hours later. When me and Frank went on holiday last year, it wasn't really like that. There was enough sun loungers by the pool that we could always find one, so it was fine. So I was on holiday and it's always the all-inclusive resorts.
Always. In
an all-inclusive resort. Have you ever done all-inclusive?
I have, yes. I've done it.
I've not.
I have done it when all like the drinks are included. It's a vibe. I've done it a few times.
Where did you go? People always go to like Turkey, aren't they?
Magaluf. I don't think I did it in Turkey. Magaluf and Greece, perhaps in Kavos. Anywhere, yeah. That was like a.
So I always like going and exploring all the other food.
Yeah, I'm either half bald or like dinner. But then the vibe is you get the drinks. It depends what you want on your holiday.
That's true.
I don't know if we did it in 10. I think we made that comment if we did. Anyway, boring. But yeah, I enjoy it. The
closest me and Frank have got to doing an all-inclusive is when we went to Tenerife in September gone. We could see another hotel from our hotel.
Yeah.
And we were like, that pool looks really good. I'm going to just go in. And we had a whole we were just going to chat. Frank's not very good at accent, so we were just going to keep talking and whatever.
Yeah.
And I could see people have wristbands, but not everyone had wristbands. Honestly, we just walked in and no one stopped us. We didn't take any food, because obviously you've got to have wristbands, but we just went in that pool. We just chilled out that day. Went there for the afternoon because the pool was way bigger. It was really cool. It was great fun.
I would do it. I mean, if you can.
No one said anything. Like, we just came in. We didn't do anything else. We didn't use any of the facilities. We just went in the pool. And that was it. Come back. It was a fucking mission, I'll tell you that, because we had to go like up a hill, down a hill, back up a hill to get to it, because it was quite far away. But we were considering going to that hotel and having the all-inclusive. And when we got there, we were like quite glad we didn't, because it's all like, you know, college food, like cheeseburgers, chips.
Oh, I hate it.
That's what it was.
I hate it all inclusive. The best thing is ice cream on tap, drinks on tap, snacks on tap, Lay's whenever I want, a bit of Fanta Lemon. But, God, and the all-inclusive buffets. I've never had a successful one.
Yeah.
When I did do it in Bulgaria actually, and for some reason, I don't know, every single day I had dessert with every main meal. So it was like breakfast, dessert.
It's got to be done. You're on holiday.
A fucking slice of cake. Dinner. 4 slices of cake.
It's got to be done.
Dinner.
It's got to be done. It's got to be done. Because I say, when I went going on to Tenerife, I said my aim when I come back is to be blacker and fatter. That's it. It's got to be done. Because sometimes an all-inclusive hotel is actually cheaper than like a non-all-inclusive hotel. But you can have some snacks there and then still go out and get your dinner anyway. Yeah. Because we like exploring a different dinner. And we got like a fish platter and stuff. And we like went to like a little restaurant. We had paella and all that sort of stuff. So we do like that. But I feel like we do want to go on a cruise one day. And that's basically all-inclusive. Because you can eat like as much as you want. You can drink as much as you want, can't you? A lot of them.
I'm not big. I've seen the Titanic one too many times.
Yeah.
You didn't get me on no cruise.
But yeah, let's go back to this. So I was on holiday at an all-inclusive resort. First day, we couldn't find any lounge chairs by the pool, by the beach or the sea. Fair enough. We arrived in the afternoon. So busy.
Yeah.
Next day, we go to find a spot, but most spots were taken by towels. We find an empty seat, and to our surprise, many of the chairs stay reserved almost the whole day or never get used. See, you can't put a towel down and then not even get there till 3 p.m. because someone could have already done their stint on the beach and left it in that time.
Yeah, that's a bit savage.
The third day, we decided to take some towels off 2 loungers, enjoy our day. 4 hours in, an older couple show up and said they had their towels there and to kick us off with help of the attendant. That pissed me off, so every following day, I went to take the towels off every unattended lounger after breakfast and then went to watch the chaos from the balcony. Many people complained by the end of the week there was a sign that unattended towels would be removed. Success. Yes. Because you can't, like, I get it, like, if I'm ready and Frank's not, or vice versa, Frank will go out, he'll put 2 towels down, he's in the pool, I'm coming in a second.
Yeah.
But you can't put it there and be there for hours.
Towel fiends. Yeah, there's always one. There's always one. Yeah. Always one.
It was fun. Well, that's why when we're going on holiday next, we've gone a little bit bougie. Well, not fully bougie, but we've got our own villa. Just me, Frank and Tess, my sister, with a pool.
Oh my god, no towels. Imagine you see a towel down you like, work.
Yeah, so we've got a full-on like 4-bedroom villa between the 3 of us. Which is good because if me and Frank get really hot, we can sleep in separate bedrooms.
Oh my god, that's a vibe.
It's a vibe. Yeah, because we were like, we're gonna do it right. There was a really cool hotel, and then Tess went, do you know what? It's like it was £40 more or something to be in a villa, like our own thing. Because we thought we could do barbecue and we could do like that. Nice. So we've done a villa. We've got a car. We're gonna, like I said, we've hired the car. So it's a bit bougie for us.
My family, I looked at a family holiday for my cousin's 40th, and then we had to do a poll. So the original poll was like Turkey or Greece or...
It's a lot of hot places for you, very, very pale people.
Yeah, well, my family, they're all tan really well. It's just me that's...
It's just you, alright.
Yeah, so everyone else is fine. And can handle the sun and not have to put 150 on. And
to be fair, I think Frank's still paler than you though, isn't he?
I don't know. I've got something. I don't think I have the gingerest of skins. I'm pretty pale.
You could be more see-through for sure.
Yeah, I definitely could be more translucent powder, but I'm not like ivory. I saw something. It was like really pale makeup is called like it was like porcelain doll. It was like the ghost of a Victorian child. So yeah, I'm like I think I'm sort of light beige or something. But my cousin looked at all these places and thought, no, I'm like, nah.
Your cousin whose birthday it is?
Yeah, which is fair.
Yeah.
And then we got a new list, and it was like Transylvania.
This is your vibe?
Yeah, like Norway.
Yeah.
This place, Laverick in Norway. And I was like, so we're getting a villa in Transylvania.
That's pretty cool.
And it looks terrifying. Like,
Did you go skiing there?
I have no, oh god, I have no idea. My aunt is set on seeing Dracula at the moment, so that's the vibe.
It's a vibe, yeah. Oh god, this one sounds juicy. Have you got another one?
Juice. I can give one.
Go on, you go first.
Right. I had an awful roommate for a few months. She was very privileged. Her mum completely spoiled her. And encouraged her to act like an entitled brat. A Karen in training. Being rude to waiters, leaving messes all over the place, leaving my food out on the counter.
People who are rude to waiters. We said this in our first episode. Ick. Ugh. They're just doing their job, man. They're not your personal slave.
She took out food so she could fit in her Jello shots. Respect. Oh, I did the fucking same. Jello shots. Top priority.
Yeah.
The final straw for me when she was sick with the flu and needed me to drive through a blizzard to pick up her meds, only for me to come home and find out she was throwing a party for her coked out friends. I flipped out, she moved out, but it wasn't enough. So I used her forwarding address and signed her up as interested with every religious group I could find. Within 2 weeks, she was furiously posting on Facebook after a stream of all these religions were in her mailbox and the weekly free samples of adult diapers. They kept showing up to her door for over a year and she never knew it was me.
Fucking love that.
That's right, savage. I mean,
people always sign people up for subscriptions and stuff, or people put ads out for stuff online and put the people their like phone number on it, so you just get calls.
That's the one you can send just a confetti of dicks.
I'd probably quite enjoy that.
I would enjoy that. It's like a little tiny confetti and it's like you're a dick.
I quite like that. That's a gentle one.
Yeah.
Okay, this one seems juicy. You ready?
I'm ready.
She expected an inheritance from my late husband.
Okay.
My husband passed away 2 years ago. He was a remodeler who had a broad list of clients. For a time to help out the adult daughter, let's call her Kiki, of my good friend of 42 years, Amy. So he's helping out Kiki, who's his friend of 42 years, Amy's daughter. He would hire her as a helper at some of his larger remodelling projects. During that time, Kiki would occasionally borrow things for her own projects: a portable CD player, a pair of channel locks, not Chanel, a winch and come along, these aren't made up, a table saw, chainsaw, a Grayso cart paint sprayer, and an air compressor and nail gun. They were all borrowed clean, in working order, in good condition, with all relevant parts included. Every single one of them was returned with great delays, all broken and missing significant parts, and a crap ton of excuses. Over 2 years, Kiki managed to cost him nearly $5,000 in losses. Finally, he also quit hiring her as a helper because he caught her stealing from one of his clients. Oh my god, and forced her to put the item she took right back and then kicked her off the job immediately. Fair play to him. That is not on.
Kiki.
Do you love me? Are you riding?
Are you stealing?
Do you rob me? Last September, I was visiting Amy and Kiki was there. And then Kiki hit me up for what she called her promised inheritance, which was the first I'd ever heard of it. So she's visiting
She's
her.
a child.
Kiki's like, where's my money?
What happened, Kiki? Bro.
Given that my hubby and I spent the 8 years of his terminal illness talking about what he wanted to do after his death, given that he'd gifted things of his that he wanted friends to have before he died, I knew damn well he didn't intend for Kiki to have anything. My husband left no will. Amy knew that my hubby had to, I hate the word hubby, just a side note, it just makes me feel a bit sick.
Yeah, it makes me
Me and Frank ever get married, he's not going to be called my hubby.
Oh, my hubby.
That's for sure. Ooh.
Oh, we both said this.
I know, because we both said we like partner, because like mystery, it's like partner, business,
crime. But then also you think you're better than these, and then one day you start using it as a joke.
No, I won't do it.
And then it slips, and then it's become part of your vocabulary.
Look at us, we'll do the podcast in 4 years' time, we'll be like, oh, hubbies.
Oh, hubbies. You ever drink with our hubbies.
Me and Olivia were out with our hubbies the other day. I actually can't though, it's not going to happen. Ooh, that's horrible. And I don't hate people who do it, it's just not for me. Just like people say bae. I just can't do
It's
it.
bae. It's bae.
Bae.
I love bae.
Anyway, Amy knew that my hubby had quit lending her tools after getting the cart sprayer back. It was $1,200 purchase and was less than 4 months old when it was borrowed and returned broken in ways that a warranty would not cover. What the fuck is she doing to these things? Just running them over with her car?
Who's that? Okay. rage room and everything.
Literally. Amy also knew Kiki's attempted theft caused him to refuse to have her work on anything for him for any reason. Amy was also a victim of her daughter stealing from her as well. Fucking hell, man.
This girl into something.
Kiki needs some help. Now, our state is a community property state. When a spouse dies without a will, only the surviving spouse inherits. So Amy told her daughter to back off, and I got the bright idea of how I was going to handle getting rid of all that broken stuff, which was still taking up room in the tool shed. So I told her I'd be sure to pick something out for her, even though her own behaviour was the root cause of the bad blood between herself and my husband. I think it's the same in the UK. I think if you're married, if one dies, you just inherit everything if there's no will.
I have no idea.
So the next day, with Amy's help, I dropped off all the broken tools. See, Amy's in on it now, the mum, fair play to her.
Yeah, that's fair.
I dropped off all the broken tools and the busted up CD player Kiki borrowed from my hubby at her apartment. Kiki wanted to know what I expected her to do with it all. I told her that I expected her to do with them whatever she had expected my hubby to do with them after she returned them in the condition they were in. Now, she's the proud owner of a bunch of useless tools, and I got to reclaim nearly 35 square feet of space in what is now my tool shed.
I like that one.
It's nice.
The husband seems like a really nice man.
He does, doesn't he?
He got done dirty. He gave her loads of chances.
He did.
Kiki, you've only got yourself to blame.
Exactly. You got any more?
My phone is slowly dying.
It's slowly dying.
Clown face. My ex used seam rippers to rip out the pocket seams in my sweatpants. When we met to exchange each other's stuff, my clothes were folded nicely and everything was there. A few days later, I put on a pair and my cell phone fell through the pocket and fell down to the floor. I didn't think anything of it. I put my phone in the other pocket and it went down again. I looked at all my pads that she gave me back and they were all ripped. Not enough that they couldn't be fixed, but enough to annoy the shit out of me. And I knew she was getting a huge kick out of it.
I saw one similar to this a few weeks ago about a husband and wife. They were arguing because she was pregnant and she was very hormonal. And she got pissed off with them and had nowhere to go because they lived in a small apartment. So she just sat in the closet. Because you know in America, their closets are kind of big, aren't they? And she sat in there and she cut every third seam off of his work clothes. And he always wears the same outfit, so she put them together. I think he's in a military outfit or something. So she put them together and he went to work the next day and they just all fell apart. Because they look fine, because every third seam all up and down the leg. But she forgot to tell him, and then she thought, I'll tell him in the morning. And she forgot to tell him, and she thought, I'll tell him that night, because he won't wear them till tomorrow. And she forgot to tell him again, and then she was like, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's so funny.
He's just hulking his way through the clothes.
That's a prank.
That is.
Even Winston.
Exactly. I think I've got a couple more. Yeah, I've got 3 more.
Alright, go.
My boyfriend looked up spoilers to our favourite video game, so I did too. Bum, bum, bum.
That's the ultimate betrayal.
Power,
1, someone ruined something for you. 2, you're watching something together and they go episodes ahead. Anyway, moving past.
No, you're right. No. My boyfriend and I play Zelda Breath of Wild together. I have no idea what that is, but I feel like Frank will know that.
Yeah.
I know who Zelda is, but I don't know what the Breath of Wild is. Whatever. I'm a take your time and enjoy the ride kind of gal. Well, he's a let's look up how to beat the game right now kind of guy. I'm definitely the second one. Are you?
I'm the first. I'm like, let's see how this goes out until we get stuck.
Yeah.
Spat myself out of anger.
Me too. And because I'm quite competitive, so I'm like, why can't I fucking do it? Like, you know when you do the boss and you try once, you go, do you know what? First time. You try it the second time and you go, okay. And then by the third time, I'm like, because I'm really annoyed. He's a let's look out how to beat the game right now kind of guy. Because his way ruins all the fun, we came up with a rule. No looking at spoilers. We were looking for a particular challenge. The 8 heroine side of the quest for my fellow Zelda nerds. If you know, you know. For a very long time. Suddenly my boyfriend said, I did something bad. I looked up where to go. I'm so sorry. I couldn't take it anymore. I told him it was fine, but that he could not tell me what he had seen. He had agreed. Then I excused myself to the bathroom and looked up the location as well. I then spent the next hour and a half wandering so close to the location without making it there. I could see him squirming around his seat every time I got close. When I jumped off a cliff the statue was built into, gliding down the base of the statue, continuing on without turning back to look at it, I thought it was going to explode. He was clenching the air with both fists, biting his lower lip, trying to contain himself. That's when I caved and told him what I'd done. He thought it was hilarious and told me that he now wanted anything to yell, turn around, what are you doing? And we had a good laugh at it. He hasn't looked up a spoiler since. That's a nice one.
Yeah, I like that one. That's nice.
That is nice. Isn't
I
it?
like that
I
one.
feel like something I would do.
I can only play games together. I probably said this. I can only collaboratively play games.
Have you played It Takes Two?
I have. Yeah.
Frank deleted it.
No, I enjoy it.
He needed more memory on his laptop. It's good though.
It's really good. Yeah, it's really good. I like the message behind it. It's a
Yeah.
vibe.
I like the book guy. He's like, hey guys, you love.
Oh yeah, he's a vibe. The book of love.
Yeah.
I mean, am I the person falling off while the
Oh,
other
yeah.
is patiently waiting
too.
for me?
Because you can't go too far away from each other.
Yeah, so am I always being patiently waited for? Yes.
Because you have to do your specific role as well for the thing to progress.
Hugging
So
down.
sometimes he's waiting for me to like throw and then swing and then throw and then swing and then do it. Yeah, the screws.
Oh.
He's throwing the screws and I'm swinging and they've got to go back down to the bottom and then he's got to start throwing them again.
And is that awkward when you've been going for it for so long and then you just miss the step and it's just like, you know.
You know the one with where you're like beating the bees and stuff like that?
I haven't got that
and you've got to like
far into it.
flamethrower them. Oh god.
The boss levels in that are like
They're
hard.
quite hard.
We've only done like 2 boss levels.
Yeah, we need to get back into it. It's really good.
Yeah,
It's really
I
good.
like
Did you
it.
play as the woman?
Yeah.
I did too.
I like when you can play little mini games.
Yeah, I like that
And
too.
then you like you can hit each other.
Yeah, you do like little racing and yeah, it's good fun.
Yeah.
It's good. It
it,
won
yeah.
like so many awards because it's such a good
Yeah,
game.
it's very. I think it's very. I love collaborative games like
Yeah.
Resident Evil and stuff like that. So I vibes.